shit! We have a new episode. This is the first round that we usually delete. Welcome to Part of Love, the channel devoted to helping you find the love you deserve. I'm Colt.
I'm Ange.
And this is the safe space that we created to talk about all things love. So if you ever had any questions about love or dating or relationships and you just feel like you can't find the answers anywhere else, hopefully we can help you here. If you are new here or for whatever reason are not already subscribed, we would love for you to subscribe. So, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment down below, a like, a thumbs up, hit the bell icon, ding, so that you will always be notified of new videos.
And never miss another Part of Love.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. She just came in right under the radar and then did the stutter step. No, it was so smooth and then
something.
Suddenly not.
No.
And then that was amazing.
So you never
Almost.
miss another. Today we're talking about 5 romantic things you can do off the cuff for the one you love.
Yep. Very easy.
Very easy.
So, you ready for this? This is how easy this is. Get ready for it. Tip number 1 coming right at you. Coming in hot.
Boom. Cook a meal. You know me. That's my way into everyone's heart. Mm-hmm. I cook you a meal. Yeah? I find out what your favorite food is. And I want to cook it for you. Yeah. And I already know what all your favorite foods are. Yeah. And you probably know the favorite foods of your loved ones. Go make them a meal.
I'll tell you something that you may not know. It doesn't actually have to be as good as you think it needs to be. You should try and make it good.
I'll tell you this. People love to have food made for them. Right?
Yeah.
When you make food for somebody, it is such an act of love because you're physically putting your heart and your soul and the intention, more importantly, behind feeding this person that you love so much. And I think you can literally taste that in the food.
That's the secret ingredient.
That's the secret
It's
ingredient.
love. Look at that.
I mean, when you started trusting yourself and cooking for me,
yes.
that really changed. I could taste that love.
Yeah, because at first it was pretty bad. And then I added love and it was better. Also, I added a little more technique. But the point is, you ate the food the first times that I made it, and I know that what you loved about it was the gesture. And we talked about this in a recent live. We have a live show on Tuesdays called Coffee and Tea. You can check that out up here. And in the last episode of Coffee and Tea, we were talking about the fact that sometimes it really is the thought that counts and what that means. And in every one of these instances, the thought that goes into it is going to be the most important part. So it will be evident if you didn't think about it at all. And if you're just constantly kind of cooking shitty meals for somebody forever.
Right. It's not that I made you dinner.
Yeah.
It's on the stove.
Yeah.
It's, hey, I made you your favorite, macaroni and cheese or whatever. It could be out of the box, whatever.
It could be any number of things.
As long as you know that it's special to that person.
Yes.
There are some times where I know it'd be more special to you if I made the Kraft Mac out of the box than the homemade good stuff that I make from scratch.
She ain't lying.
It has a special spot in your
Every
heart.
once in a while, I get real hooked on it. This is going to lead me into number 2, so I'm going to you out of here.
Ooh.
Tip number 2 for romantic gestures you can surprise your partner with. Very similar to tip number 1, but as you can see over my shoulder, make them a drink. This is not a skill that I always had. I was a very pour and go, PBR and a shot of Jack at a dive bar kind of guy. But I'm telling you, make a drink. It's very, very simple. I know this seems silly. Tonight, I know she was having a rough night. You know what I did? I waited until she went up to shower. I took a cup of sugar, a cup of water, mixed them together, put some rosemary in there because that's a thing. And then I made a rosemary simple syrup. It's so easy. You bring it to a boil, you let it boil for a minute, then you just turn it off and let it sit there for 30 minutes. And it's a simple syrup like you would get at any high quality bar, except you made it. That little bit of effort, it took me less than 6 minutes to do that. That little bit of effort went so far when she came downstairs and smelled that rosemary and freaked the fuck out because she got so excited about the drink I was going to make, which was just vodka, lemon juice, and rosemary simple syrup. And I get it. If you're no, I'm beer and whiskey and that's my thing. Your thing doesn't matter. Remember that. Your thing matters exactly 50% of the relationship. Their thing also matters. So every once in a while, try and throw something out for your partner. Think about what they like and surprise them with it. So number 1, food. Number 2, a drink. I'm telling you. Speaking of, I'm gonna go grab one of those.
So romantic gesture number 3, plan a surprise adventure. Yep, take your person on a surprise adventure. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. It could be a hike. It could be a walk around the block. You could pick them up from work. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just the gesture and the thought that counts. Your time together. So maybe you like put a little something in a water bottle and go on a hike, you know? Maybe it's a little more grand. Maybe you go have a picnic in the park. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Do an adventure with them. Surprise them. Plan the whole thing from start to finish. Out of nowhere. Tell them, hey, pack your bikini, pack your flip-flops. We're jumping in the lake. I don't know, whatever calls to you. Let them know that you thought of this special date that you're going to have with them all on your own, and let them know exactly what they need to wear, what they need to bring, and make them feel loved. Maybe it's something that you heard them talking about a year ago, and you remembered it, and you planned this surprise just for them. They're going to be over the moon. And as long as it's something they don't hate, it can kind of be anything, right? Like new experiences together, that's always a winner.
Speaking of,
Oh, these aren't new experiences.
these are not new experiences. They're not new experiences, but they are something I know she loves.
They are
So
our
I
baby.
planned this inning. It's not an outing, it's an inning. We're gonna do it during the video.
I like that.
Yeah. So we're showing you multiple steps. Cheers.
Cheers, my love.
I love you.
Thank you. You guys, this rosemary syrup is killer. I know he just gave you the recipe. It truly is as simple as it sounds.
Syrup.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that made me laugh.
Equal parts, sugar, water, throw in an herb. It could be thyme, it could be rosemary, it could be basil, it could be literally
These
anything
are all apparently herbs.
you want. Go to the market where it says herbs, grab a package of literally anything.
Other than poultry seasoning, because that was a mistake I made.
Right.
Don't.
Fresh herbs.
Yeah, fresh herbs. You don't, not just like crushed red pepper. Yeah! I mean, you can, honestly. Okay, so number 4 romantic gesture, random flowers. I'm telling you, random flowers, random gifts, little gifts, like random surprise gifts. Done,
They always
son.
win. Sometimes I'll come home and they'll just be like flowers, not even like the best flowers. Sometimes
No.
all you can go buy
Like
is
grocery
like a
store
Walgreens.
flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just the thought that you put them in a little vase for me with a little note, just like it could be a sticky. I love you.
Very
I
often
miss
is.
you today. You know, like something just sweet, and it melts me. It literally does. It melts me. I mean, or you know, what really melts me truly is like the sweets. I mean, if he leaves like a cupcake and a note, that's always.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
gonna lie to
always-
you. Like that's why I said little gifts, because if I said this the other day in something that we were doing. But if I see whoopie pies at the store and they look like the good, because she's, you know, this is a New England girl right here.
particular,
But when
you
I
can
find a good whoopie pie or a good treat, I bring it in and I just set that fucking plastic thing
Oh, and
on
I
the
die.
thing and I put a little Post-it note because she loves a Post-it. Come on, look
I
at her.
mean, there's just certain things
Sorry
that
about
you always. Oh, sorry.
So smooth. Sorry about that.
But there's certain things that you know that I die over. Like you know, if you happen to be in a mall, let's say, that has a sprinkles cupcake, you will come home with a black and white cupcake for me. And
She ain't wrong.
I know, depending on, you know, what's going on, if I am in a mall where there's, let's say, a Great American Cookie Company or a Mrs. Fields, I will come home with some sort of
Cookie cake.
cookie cake
Oh my God.
treats.
Cookie cake. I'm just thinking about it and I'm getting
You know,
so excited.
It's these little things. It doesn't have to be like this massive gesture, but it's, I thought of you.
Yeah. It's
all it is.
just, I thought of you today. And this is the thing. How often do you think of your partner and you just don't do anything about it?
Yeah.
Which is understandable because we've kind of been trained out of this mindset of, you know, sometimes I'm thinking about you and I just want to send you a text. Sometimes I'm thinking about you and I just want to write it down on this notepad. And maybe I take that notepad home and I just let you know, like, hey, I was thinking about you today. And at 2 p.m., I just jotted a note down that said, thinking of my hot wife, 2 p.m. Look at her face. Look at her face. Like, I'm just saying.
True story?
Oh, constantly. Check my notebooks. Check the moleskins, as it were. Like, the whole thing. I really don't write anything else in the notebooks.
Oh, okay.
I'm wasting a ton of money on notebooks because I'm just writing how hot you are.
You should just tell me when it comes to you instead of wasting the notebooks.
I also tell you.
I know you do. I'm just
That's
kidding.
the problem.
I know. And I'm like, I know, shut up. Tip number 5.
Do something childish. Now, for us, this is a million different things because we are best friends and we love hanging out, which is why we got married. Within that, sometimes, like the other day, I was having a bad day. She noticed that and she went into apparently a secret stockpile and brought out Halloween Crunch. It's a family-sized box, first off, which is amazing. But the fact that you had secretly gotten me a thing of cereal for a time when I would potentially be down and knew that I would want cereal. She does this with peanut butter and cereal. Those are like my two, I cannot, biscuits, peanut butter cereal.
You have a lot of soft spots. But I gotta break the news. But depending on what's going on, you know what's gonna be right and really be a winner.
Okay.
So he loves Captain Crunch.
I do.
And it was Halloween.
Yes.
And we had never had the ghosts turn green Halloween.
Just so you know, ghosts turn the milk green. How crazy is that? And it totally works.
So the thing is,
makes it so much more enjoyable.
It's not just bringing home the cereal, it's we're having a cereal party, bro!
Cereal party!
So it's sometimes just being a little kid and being like, what would you want to do with your best friend if you're a little kid right now? Mm-hmm. And sometimes I know that having a cereal party with you is just going to make it all better. Mm-hmm. And we just eat cereal before supper. And we sit down and like just have, I don't know, maybe we don't even make it to supper sometimes, but like we just have fun together and get all sugared up.
The amount of Sunday ice cream Sunday parties that we've had, that we're going to have tomorrow is epic. Surprise.
No. But I love an ice cream Sunday party and I like to do it the real deal.
She does like friendly style.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I need all the peanut butter syrup on mine and we need all the different kinds of toppings. And it always has to have if you don't have the right whipped cream and the cherries, it's not a real thing. Yeah. Like you have to do all the things and you have to lay out all the toppings.
Also, she's definitely going to take that whipped cream and just listen to Joe's. Like she's going to go full Pauly Shore on it. Hey.
Okay.
All right. So those are our 5 tips for romantic gestures. Those are the first 5 that just immediately came to our minds. That said, honey, what was the main theme that ran through all of those?
All of these are only special if you listened. You have to listen to your partner because over the time you've spent together, falling in love, getting to know each other, you will find things about this person that only you know. And if you listened, you'll be able to take these tips and special things and ultra romanticize. Whatever it is, whatever your person loves. Sometimes, his favorite movie is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and I will cook 7 different meals, 7 different mini meals just to match the theme of the movie. Like, whatever it is that makes you happy.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that we have mapped out what foods are eaten at what points in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. It's not because it's my favorite movie. It's just, it is a movie I appreciate.
Right.
Point Break is obviously my favorite movie. Everybody knows that. That's ridiculous, followed by The Phantom Thread. And There Will Be Blood. I'm just saying, I have other... if a cinephile is watching this
we don't want
and
them
they're
to think
upset
it's
at me, but Cloudy, also, if you're a cinephile and you don't like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I'm not going to lie to you. Fuck you.
Oh, something's wrong with you, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, you don't understand? It's brilliant.
But...
Y'all, romantic gestures are a part of love. Let's say it together one more time. Romantic gestures are a huge part of...
Romantic gestures are a huge part of love.
If you want to watch more videos, you can watch more videos over there. Dating videos up there. Our love story down here. You want to subscribe? You subscribe right here, bro. Right here.
If we still got him.
If you're still watching now, just you're doing it. Like, why not? Just subscribe.